Would you like to try some chocolate hummus?
You say chocolate hummus? You know what he just did? He just insulted my grandmother. Yeah. The hell with your culture.
Lo siento, I did not know that hummus was Mexican.
It's not Mexican. It's Palestinian.
So, I want to ask you, Lina, like everybody else in America, well, in the Arab American community, have you watched Mo on Netflix?
Yeah, of course.
So what do you think?
Loved it.
Me too. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
thought it was so cute. I love the fact that it was just an immigrant story. Like you could be from like anywhere, any immigrant.
Everybody can watch it. It's
And
not just
relate.
it's not just for Palestinian Americans or Arab Americans. It's really there's so many aspects of the story that are relatable to so many different communities.
Yeah.
And just you can just be anybody who's dealing with healthcare issues.
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't have
that he's undocumented.
He's undocumented. He's an asylum case, and he's been struggling to get his citizenship.
And I love when he's like, I love when he says, like I can't go back. Like I don't belong in this country, and I can't go back to where I am from. Yeah,
he's a free agent.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a free, but like it's funny in the moment, but at the same time, you're like, that is so deep.
Yeah, but the way he did it,
he's the story. He literally he embodies the story of so many people. Like if you come from some place that's like, and I'm not talking about Palestine being war. I mean, it is kind of war torn. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of war torn places in the world, and a lot of those folks are here, right? Like in the United States, and it just humanizes them.
And
it's true.
His
They have nowhere to
experience,
go.
yeah, his experience is relatable to so many people with different backgrounds. You don't have to be just an Arab, but I think it's very the way he did it, with humor.
Yeah,
it just gets to the point and to the core.
I took some notes because I want to. You tell me, and then I'm gonna pull up.
No,
my notes
I loved it. I loved it, but as soon as I finished it, I'm like, oh my God, I already know. Like there were some episodes and some scenes where the Arab American community is just gonna have a field day with it.
I know. That's what I. You know what's amazing though is this is like one of the few things that got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's what I wanted.
And
Rotten
a great
Tomatoes,
show.
I love Rotten Tomatoes because they are so good about the way they review stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just freaking.
No, it got wonderful reviews.
Yeah.
And I think like most of my Arab friends, I don't know about your Arab friends, but most of my Arab American friends loved it.
Yeah.
So I think he was very true to his story and his experiences, and he showed that.
I love the fact that we finally have it's super different. Like him and Rami, because I loved Rami when it came out, right?
Okay,
but
we're not reviewing Rami because it's a whole other, because I have so much to say about that.
I loved I love the difference in the way that they both presented Arab Americans. Does that make sense?
Well, I think Rami's story was a little bit different than his because he's more talking about the spiritual, his spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Or his struggles with being a Muslim American.
But I think but I also think there's a little bit of his Egyptian American
of course.
But I love the way that they were presented differently. But I just love the fact that there's the way that Palestinian Americans were portrayed in this show.
Yeah.
They're people.
I like the Yemeni dude.
People. Me too.
The Yemeni guy was so freaking funny. I love that guy. I love that they had a Jewish guy hanging out with them all the time, and they're constantly talking about the Palestinian-Israeli situation. But yeah, that was funny. Did you dislike anything about it?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I
actually.
did it.
I didn't. I love the fact I loved
his brother too. Sorry, his brother was awesome.
But I love the fact there's one scene where he's they're waiting. I think they're waiting to call his case. He just had a fight with his girlfriend, and his mom's not well, and he's oh my God, what's gonna happen? So he just starts to have this complete sweaty panic.
Yeah.
Right. At the worst possible time, and I was I loved it. Because
it's very relatable. That's the thing. That could be any of us.
Yeah.
And I think just going back to the difference between him and Rami. Rami was born and raised in the U.S.
Yeah.
So this guy's experience is completely different. It's a whole different story. And like I said, he talks about, not having a job because he's undocumented and how he has to hustle for his family. He likes to say, I gotta do this. I gotta provide for my family. And those are things that not just Arab Americans or just Arabs or anybody. It's anybody can relate to that. You can be from any kind of background. You can be from any kind of country.
Yeah.
You can be an immigrant from Afghanistan, from anywhere in the world, and still have that experience too. So I think that's why it was like, I liked it a lot. And like I said, he talks about, he gets like, no spoilers, but like he has to go to the doctor, but he chooses not to. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he chooses not to, and it's because first of all, he's undocumented. And second of all, he can't afford it. He doesn't have health insurance,
And so I feel like that touches, like, what I loved about Mo? Like, yes, everything you said, underscore, yes. I love the fact that it was like a comedy, but with heart.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for me, that is phenomenal. Like, I laughed. I felt his pain. I felt, like his worry, his relationship with his mom, and then him trying to bring his girlfriend, his girlfriend's Latino, into.
She's awesome, by the way. I loved her.
Me too. Yeah. But trying to bring her into, like his
culture.
Very freaking like Arab American, Palestinian-American family.
Who carries olive oil wherever he goes.
I know. I mean, just everything. Like, I was like, this is this guy. So like, this guy's like a great representation, by the way, of like a lot of like Arab American, like.
But see, that's what I want to come to.
Not first generation, but immigrant Arab Americans.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't know what notes you wanted to talk about, but I wanted to touch on the criticism.
Oh, yeah.
So the criticism, and I saw this coming like a mile away.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, the first thing is like, oh my God, he's a Muslim and he has a girlfriend.
It is so aib.
Yeah.
And haram.
Yeah. Like aib, of course, comes before haram. Astaghfirullah. Like, that's not what I believe, but like, that's the concern. Okay. So it's like, oh my God, he has a girlfriend and he's showing it. And I'm just like, it happens. This is, I mean, it's the truth. Like, obviously you shouldn't be watching this with your kids, or if
no, but I think it's weird because like, so there was a, there's a group that I'm in on Facebook, and they were discussing Mo, and that was like one of the biggest issues that somebody was bringing up, is that, oh my God, he's making it okay to have a girlfriend. I'm like, he's not making anything. This is the reality. It's just we
it is
choose
the reality
in our culture not to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, and like, let's be real. Like, how many times do we see it where a guy in our culture, like an Arab guy, goes around, has a girlfriend, and it's perfectly fine.
Yep.
But the minute a girl does that, khalas, it's over. And I'm not condoning either one. I'm not. Okay, don't come after me. Like, I'm not condoning it. And I'm
all for just live your life.
No,
live your life.
I'm not condoning any of this. I'm just saying that this happens, and if you choose to ignore that or think, oh my God, we live in this fantasy world where nobody does anything wrong or nobody has. I mean, this is just part of life. Like, I know so many.
I just think it's weird that people think like people are just openly being like, oh my God, they shouldn't portray that. But why not? This is the truth. This is what happens, and it's not for me to like condone or not condone or what. I'm like, live your life. This happens. Like, I'm glad that they talked about it. I'm glad that he showed
because
it.
It's his life. This is his life experience, and this stuff happens not just with Mo. Every Palestinian, every Arab, and I'm not saying every. Sorry, let me take that back. But I mean, like, it happens often enough that I don't know why people are surprised. Okay, maybe these people didn't want him to actually portray that, but then he wouldn't be true to his story.
Exactly.
And I didn't see him like pushing for that, or the entire.
I don't even think it's about that.
The entire time he was trying to kind of bring the two cultures, like trying to bring her into the family. Honestly, and figuring out how he can have her in his life.
But the show, in short, for
it's
me,
a love story,
was just it's not even about them being, the show in general was just like, I loved it because it was an excellent portrayal of like what an immigrant life looks like in America. End of story. And maybe I don't feel like anything is over dramatized. I don't feel like anything is not dramatized enough. I don't feel like they don't discuss anything. Mm-hmm. I absolutely loved every aspect of that show.
Yeah, it's great. But I think for the critics, I think the problem is they left everything that was amazing about that show and focused on that thing.
The hummus scene was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, that's one. But like, I'm saying, don't focus. Like, I get their concerns, and I get like, whatever. I understand that, because like, I personally wouldn't want my kid doing that, but that's fine. But I also know that
I'm like, whatever.
You want your kid to have a girlfriend?
That's life.
No, I'm not gonna. Lina's not gonna let him do that.
No, we're not condoning that stuff, but at the same time, we're not condoning it, like I was saying. But at the same time, don't just focus on that one thing. Okay, look at the bigger picture. I will smack you. Look at the bigger picture.
Love is good. Love is fine.
Keep it within halal parameters, though. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I love the show.
Me too.
Anything else?
No, I loved it. I thought it was excellent.
So what do you say to the critics?
I say to the critics, like, watch it and watch it without any of your own biases. Just watch it as an immigrant story. Mm-hmm. If he was an Arab, if he was Indian, you would not have the same feelings. If he was, like Asian American, you wouldn't have.
But let's clarify the critics. Who are the critics? We're talking about like
Arab Americans.
Arab Americans,
other Arab Americans
and
are
Muslim
the critics.
Americans too. Come on.
Because honestly, like, folks who are let me not say that it's a humongous population of Arab Americans who hate the show. No.
I think it's the opposite.
I think it's like overwhelmingly
a lot of support.
Yeah, Arab American community, like in the like here, everywhere. Honestly, Arab American community loved it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a tiny sliver of people who are like, this is not appropriate, or he shouldn't show X, Y, and Z. But I think overall, like, it was amazing. It's about damn time, as Lizzo would say. It's about damn time that we have the kind of representation that we want in the media, how we want people to see us. And Mo, for me, excellent immigrant story. I loved it. I loved it. As
definitely
an immigrant
watch
myself.
It. Yes, me too. I'm an immigrant.
You were born here.
No, I wasn't.
Really?
No, you don't know that?
No.
I wasn't born here. I came when I was 6.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm still more immigrant than she is. I was 10. I'm kidding.
That's funny.
I'm kidding.
I thought you knew that.
No, I thought you were born here.
Nah.
Okay, well, she's an immigrant too. But no, honestly, as an immigrant, and like, I was a little bit more, like, I'm fortunate, right? I didn't live that undocumented life. Like,
no,
that's
I didn't
hard.
either.
But you still deal with so many of the other aspects of things that he talks about. And I loved it. I love that, here's something that's portraying us as humans, and nothing's really ever done that before.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Definitely watch it. And I can't wait for season 2.
Me too.